All right there, folks. Welcome back to Chelsea, and things are hotting up. We are practically in touching distance of the end of the season. 31 games now we've played. We're coming back slightly early today. I've changed my mind. We were going to do Newcastle United, but given the context of the importance of the fixture against Manchester United in 4th place currently, we're going to play them instead, which is one game earlier than planned. Let's catch up on recent fixtures then. Obviously, you saw us... was it the Fulham game? I think it was, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. Yes, I'm sure it was Fulham. We then dispatched Dynamo Kiev by, well, absolutely thumping them at the bridge, and then a 2-1 victory in the reverse leg. So we're through to the quarterfinals where we actually face Arsenal. That's probably going to be our next episode, in fairness. Probably a double-legged affair. But speaking of Arsenal, 6-1 at the bridge, so that bodes well. Belotti has started to score. He's been injured recently, though, but he is back in the team today. We'll get to that in a second. A 2-1 win, late doors against Wolves. We led in the 65th minute, a Conor Cody own goal, cancelled out by Diego Jota, a wonder strike. More of a wonder goal. He did a lot of work to get there. And then Daniele Regani with a last-minute winner. He's good at popping up from corners, you've got to say. Yeah, so today is Manchester United, and it turns out it's quite important for us. We've been on a good surge of form. We're up to 3rd place, so that's in the top 4 that we wanted, that the board want as well, and a lot of the players want also. Hopefully we can continue in the Europa League, but we'll deal with that another day. I'll see you pitch side with the teams for this monumental tie against Manchester United in just a second. So there we have the teams then. Pedro on the right side again. Moses is on the bench. Willian is out injured. Suspended is N'Golo Kante, 10th yellow card for him of the season, so he's dismissed, or rather suspended for 2 fixtures, this being the first. The next will be that Newcastle United game, so Jorginho starts with Kovacic alongside him. Ross Barkley, the midfielder, on the bench. Other than that, it's pretty much first choice 11. Belotti restored to the starting lineup, but Giroud has not been playing well when he's come in, so he's probably going to be one of the names leaving, if that wasn't already clear. Manchester United have got an interesting side. They've obviously got Kieran Tierney now left back, and Camacho has joined them in defensive midfield on the bench. Suso and Silva, who we've looked at before. So let's see how much they signed Tierney for. I've heard rave reviews of Kieran Tierney, and you can see why. So signed for £30 million, probably a good deal that for Man United and Celtic. It's a home game, so we're going to say we expect nothing but the win. It's an important game. Obviously, it's Mourinho. We're not going to say anything else. You can't upset the players. And hopefully we can take this will be a huge step. In fairness, if we win today, I think we pretty much will qualify in the top 4, finish in the top 4. An early doors then, Jorginho picking that ball out off, and here comes Azpilicueta down the right side. Can he cross? He can, and Morata's there, stabs home offside, judged offside. It seemed a straight cross to me, so we'll see this again. Morata's the man in... Well, no. Did the ball come forward? It certainly did. I thought Morata had come from a deeper position. Correct decision. Apologies, linesman. So we tell the boys to be creative. You can see Sanchez has gone off injured. And a corner just headed wide by Andrea Belotti. Almost crept in. And now ourselves as well. Kovacic took a knock early doors and... probably isn't going to make the full game. In fact, he'd be lucky to make the half at this rate. So we're going to ask the boys to get creative. That seems to do pretty well when you're 0-0. That seems to be a good one. They seem to get inspired by that. And there's Kovacic, and Azpilicueta now. So Man United really putting the boot in. Let's point out, a draw is probably the better result for us. Although I think we should be winning this game. And that's the half. So we've got 2 injury concerns to assess. Let's see, we can still win this. Keep working hard, the result will come. It certainly will. I think one thing I'd like to see in FM at this point, I know you get them in game and I turn them off, so I can't really complain. But at this stage, I'd like to see a more thorough assessment of a player's injury. Like, can he finish the second half? What will it mean? What are the implications? That kind of thing. Just a bit of a, potential lower leg injury. Well, what? Gash leg? A sprain? What exactly has he got? And a potential knee injury for Kovacic. Exactly what, though? Can you be more specific? I'm sure you can be with 15 minutes to work with, but that's probably an area that we could see improved. As we'll change the players out then, Zappacosta and Ross Barkley coming onto the field. So 2 forced change, well, not forced, but 2 semi-forced changes. Not ideal, but we'll see what we can do with it. And another knock. We're going to let this play continue. I was about to make a change. Pedro picking up a knock now. So Man United really going dirty guts as Barkley steps in. And Belotti, it's not a great finish. Not a great finish. Had to dig it out, perhaps. Pedro, a potential knee injury as well. So that could be a sprained knee. I know Football Manager have tweeted today that they're looking into the number of injuries. it's hard to argue with it. It needs looking into if this game is going to be anything to go by, as we're now seeing 3 players forced off with light injuries. Well, I keep using the term forced off. We're going to ask the players to be creative again. I just get the sense this game's not going to go the way we want it, as Suso plays the ball across, and well, we should have done better with that opportunity. I think Morata guilty of firing straight at De Gea, and I mean, we've been the better team in the game, but you know, Mourinho, he doesn't need to be the better team in the game to try and get points. A bit of inspiration given to the boys there, and there's Rudiger as well. So yeah, definite issues I think with the code in the game. They've done an update today, and I don't know if that's perhaps broken it slightly as we go into the last 5 minutes, as Moses throw-in finds Jorginho. A tackle from nowhere. Looked iffy to me, and Rudiger clears the ball, and this is dangerous now as Suso plays it to Herrera. And that's a poor ball, and that's a worse ball, as Lingard brings Herrera into play and goes back to Camacho. But Barkley picks it off, nicely done. Belotti. Oh, it's poor. It's really poor. We're just not really moving with any rhythm. And I'm concerned that Man United are just going to swing one over and break. Hopefully we can swing one over and break, as Moses comes forward with no real conviction. I thought a ball was on there and he didn't play it. I don't know why. It's just really poor from both teams at this point. As Rudiger surely fouled, but nothing given. Surely an obstruction on Rudiger. And Lingard probably wins it. Man United beat us late doors at Old Trafford, and it looks as though they're going to beat us here. It's a really poor play from us. Just unwilling to move the ball properly. But it's difficult with a number of... I mean, that is surely a foul by Herrera on Rudiger. Body checked him. And it's a tidy finish in fairness, but with 5 minutes of added time to play, maybe we can steal a late equaliser as Ross Barkley works it to the edge of the penalty area and strikes into the back of the net. I think deflected, but hopefully we get a point. We will ask the boys to be more creative. If we can maybe we can steal this very, very late doors. I think we're definitely due a point as a bare minimum. Ross Barkley, the substitute. Nope, just wrong-footed De Gea, perhaps unsighted. Let the ball in behind him. Probably be disappointed with that. And we're already a minute and a half over, probably allowing to that goal. And that's probably going to be all she wrote, as Moses, though, bursts into the penalty area, crosses. Belotti couldn't get there. Ross Barkley whistled it over the crossbar, and that probably will be game. As I said a moment ago, though, a point is probably better for us than Man United. I think we deserve the win if any team did. We definitely deserve the win if any team did, and I'm concerned that the number of injuries in this game is too much. 5 injuries sustained. Sorry, 6. 4 for us, 2 for Man United. That's not right. That really isn't correct. We are going to be... That wasn't good enough, because it wasn't good enough. We should have put more chances away. And you can see now, let's work through these. In fact, we rescued a late draw. So Pedro, out injured for 2 weeks, let's call it. Pulled knee ligaments. Rudiger, a bruised thigh. A tight Achilles for Dave. And Kovacic, twisted knee, a week. So that's a little bit too much, isn't it? We'll see how this plays out. Obviously... let's be fair, this video released on Monday. I'm recording this on Friday. And that's why I said they've done an update. So we're going to give it till... We'll see how the weekend plays out. But I'm concerned to play on when the game is in this broken-ish state. I'm going to monitor Football Manager from afar over the weekend and see exactly what other people are experiencing. Because that's too much. When previous games have had no such issues. And I don't think Man United or ourselves are really putting the boot in. So yeah, that is too much. So we'll see what comes about. Next episode, though, will of course be the Europa League. We'll do the 2 quarter-final games together, back to back. And that'll hopefully see us progress into the semi-finals. Some big teams still in Europa League. You can see there ourselves, obviously Arsenal, Porto, Sevilla, Rennes and Leipzig, and Leverkusen and Lazio. So it's well stacked, you've got to say. Do pop a like on there for me. At least we did get a point there. We deserve more. Ross Barkley rescuing us at the death. And yeah, subscribe for far more Football Manager 2019 content coming your way very soon. I look forward to seeing you again on the next video. Thank you for watching today. Take care and goodbye.